Hey guys, Adam here again. I'm standing in front of my awesome new desk that my wife bought me for our anniversary, and I wanted to talk to you today about something very important. I'm linking to a video by Angela Duckworth, and it's called, I don't know what it's called actually, but it tells me the factor for success. She's talking about the reason that people are successful. And so this is a lady that went into a whole bunch of military academies and schools and places where people are facing huge challenges, like inner city schools where there's, teachers that quit every year and all kinds of crazy places like that. And she went and she's like, what is the overriding factor in success between all of these places? Is it IQ? Is it, how much you're loved, how many hugs you get? Is it, how many people tell you that they like your pants, your shoes, or, how many words of affirmation you get every day, how much money you've got, what's your emotional quotient? Is it any of those things? No. No, it's not. And you know what? The same thing applies to business. I'm going to tell you what the key to success is in a minute here, but I want to ask you a question. Are you struggling in your business right now? Are you finding yourself floundering? And you're like, man, I'm doing all these things, and I don't know what's working. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do next. I feel like giving up. You know what? I've been there. I've absolutely been there. There's been a few times in the last 5-6 months that I've wanted to give up, but I'm going to tell you guys that the secret is grit. I wanted to make the little motion there so you know what I'm talking about. You ever seen that movie True Grit? It was a story about a girl who had one arm and she was looking for the man who shot her. I forget what she was looking for. She was looking for this guy. She was like, I'm going to arrest this guy. I'm going to find him. So she hires these two bumbling fools like Jeff Bridges and some other famous actor guy. But anyway, she ends up finding this guy. And the movie is called True Grit. And it just stuck with me. Like, this is a girl with no means to do anything. Now, maybe you're sitting at home and you got nothing. You're like, man, I got like $10 in my bank account and my computer and I got an internet connection. And that's all I got right now. Well, listen, you can make your business dreams come true with those things. You don't even need the $10 in the bank. I mean, maybe you'll need the $10 in the bank if you want to buy lunch tomorrow, but you just need a computer and an internet connection and you can make money on the internet. So check out, I've got a course that I just released the other day. You can buy it if you'd like. If not, there's lots of courses out there, but I want to counsel you. Don't buy a course unless you intend to take action on that course. Don't sit there with that course sitting in your email folder and be like, nothing happened. I downloaded the course and, money didn't jump out of the computer screen and slap me in the forehead, because that just doesn't happen. And a lot of these internet marketers are going to tell you, man, it's so easy, just click the buttons. Just click the buttons, as if like, driving a car is just a matter of like pushing the little pedal down and then just pointing it in the right direction. But it's actually a lot more complicated, and it takes time to develop the skills and the mindset to get you success. And you know what? The skills are only like 30%. The rest, the 70% that you're missing, is the mindset. So you got to get yourself in that business mindset. You got to figure that no matter what happens, you're going to find success. And then when an obstacle pops up, like here's the first obstacle that popped up for me. I was trying to sell on Amazon, and Amazon requires that you submit your ID. So, I scanned my ID and sent it to them, and I was like, okay, sweet. Now what happens? And then Amazon just didn't respond for like 2 weeks straight. And so I was like freaking out, like angry. So I emailed Amazon and I called Amazon and I made Amazon call me, because there's a way you can do that. But you know what, guys? I found satisfaction by just persevering. I didn't take no for an answer. I wasn't going to take no for an answer. And you know what? If Amazon had said no, I'd find some other way to sell. Maybe you've heard no from some quarter. Maybe Amazon turned you down. Maybe you're trying to sell on like Etsy or something, and Etsy shut your store down. Listen, if you fall apart when somebody says no to you, you're not going to be successful. If you fall apart the first time you see an obstacle, you're just not going to be successful. Right now I've got a small flock of sheep, and I'm hoping to make that flock bigger. You know, eventually I want to retire from working, and I want to go, you know, work for myself. But it's going to take baby steps, and I've got to persevere. And if I hadn't persevered the first time that somebody said no, I wouldn't have sheep today. I wouldn't have an Amazon business that's exploding. And I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't have a wife. I wouldn't have kids. I wouldn't have a life. I'd basically be sitting in my parents' basement, crying myself to sleep every night, watching Netflix, that's no life at all. So, listen, my takeaway for this today is, what is the next step? You know what? You don't need to figure out every single step of the way before you take the step, but you need to figure out what your next step is. So, pick a route and stick with it. If you're gonna go with page profits and you're gonna create a Facebook fan page and you're gonna, you know, build that page up and start, you know, sending products to the page, do it. Do it, and do it with all your heart. You know, put your mind to it and buckle down and say, you know what, I'm gonna freaking do this. And you know what, you'll succeed. You will. You know how you won't succeed? If you give up. You just won't. You'll fail. You'll fail. So don't fail. The only reason that you're going to fail is if you stop trying. I know it sounds cliched, guys, but it's true. The only reason people fail at anything in their marriages and their relationship is they just give up. So don't give up. Figure out where you want to go and figure out what your first step is going to be. Then take that first step. And once you've taken the first step, worry about the next one. All right, guys, I'm Adam, the Filthy Rich Hobbit. You can find me at filthyrichhobbit.com, and I shall say adios.